Hello people, today I'm making this. Have a look. In here is one of them cut up with a bit of salt. This is how we make sauerkraut. We're going to need some salt. This is just pink Himalayan salt, ground from crystals. I ground it up earlier. Just need a few teaspoons of that. Some caraway seeds and a cabbage of your choice. Now, you've got a choice. You can use a knife to chop it up, or you can use a mandolin. I'm going to try both. First thing we're going to do, put our cabbage here. And I've already done this, but we would chop around here just at an angle, just to get out that little bit of core. We're going to cut out a bit more once we get this chopped in half or quarters. Now, we're going to peel off a couple of the outside leaves for later. Just one, because I've already peeled off the bad ones that were on it. So there we go. Got our nice, beautiful cabbage, spray free, and available to you at the market on a Saturday. Take that out. Just that core is not very good. So what I do is just make a V and then pop it out. And if you need a little bit more off, you can slice a bit more off. So we'll put these ones over to the side. We'll use them later. This is all going into the compost, which we'll put over there for later. These knives. Alright, so I'm going to start with quarters. And first we'll do the knife method. Now, we have a little plucky bowl here for the mandolin method. But for the knife method, I'm just going to grab a cabbage, put it on that side, and we're going to use, bend your knuckles so you don't cut yourself. We're just going to do very thin slices, as thin as we can get. The more surface area we create, the easier it is for the microbial content of the ferment to turn those carbohydrates and sugars into lactic acid. So I get very thin little slices here, which is why I like the knife. Nice sharp knife. Okay, now when we look at that, see, look, it's nice and a lot of surface area in there. And we're going to put that in this bowl. It's my grandmother's cooking bowl, my favourite bowl. And in that, we're just going to add a sprinkle of caraway. Each time we cut one up, we'll put a sprinkle, and we'll put probably just a teaspoon of salt. Just a flat teaspoon. Just rub that over there. Now we'll try the mandolin method. Now I'm not very good at this, so I might cut off something that I'm not meant to cut. But you basically start when you get down there, that's what this little spiky thing's for. You whack that on there apparently. Let's see the difference. If there is any. Whoop! Throwing stuff on the ground. Chop those bits up. Now, this is why I don't like the mandolin. Have a look in here. Look at these. See that? See, that's got to be cut up because it's too big. So once you get to an angle with the mandolin, it starts making sort of whole piece slices instead of little bits. which is why I like the knife method more. Okay, so you'll see like the difference here. Look at this compared to that. See those fleshy core bits? Much smaller in the knife method. That's okay. Just showing you different techniques. Now, get that quarter, we're going to throw in what? Another little bit of salt. Just sprinkle it over. And a few more caraway seeds. There we go. Now, we're going to massage it. And by massage it, I mean squeeze the absolute bejesus out of it. So you get in there and crunch it. Use all your might, and look, you can see it. See the liquid starting to come out from the salt? See it's wet? So what's going to happen is, look, it's already, look at the size reduced already. Taking that surface area and mashing it. It's like mashing a potato, I guess. The magic of mash. Oh yeah, look down to the bowl. Can you see the bottom? Look at that purple juice. See it? That's what we're trying to get. Trying to extract all the juices, because that's going to create the content where the microbes are going to live in that juice, and then just eat. Oh, I can smell the caraway. It smells good. Look at that. Now look how much it's reduced already. Look, that whole cabbage that was up to the top, now half the size. Now here's the trick with your salt content. What you want to do is at this point, just grab a little bit and taste it. But it's not too salty. That's good. Just the right amount. So probably about a flat teaspoon per quarter. You could go a bit saltier, but I don't like it too salty. Oh, look at that. Now it's getting juicy. By the way, wash your hands before you do this. But look at that foam. All that purple juice coming out. The more juice that comes out, the better. So it's going to create that beautiful purple liquid that covers the ferment and allows the anaerobic little content to start working. Yeah. Look how much juice is in the bottom there now. You see that? That's not even fully squeezed yet. Now the next thing we're going to do is stuff it into our jar. So now we're going to get our little sauerkraut jar and our stomper. And we're going to take the sauerkraut, stuff it into a jar, or what we want to do is pound it down so we don't have any air. We're trying to get all the air out and make it more dense. Oh wow, you know what? We're not even going to get halfway in this jar. That's how much it broke down. We could have probably put 3 cabbages in this little pot. Oh yeah. No, come over and see if you can see in there. Oh, we're right down the bottom. And we're almost out of cabbage already. Yeah, this would have fit, I reckon, 2.5 to 3 cabbages in to take it right up to the top. So that's how much it breaks down. Now this juice is what we want in there next. Now, if we don't have enough juice to cover the entire thing, we'll just add a little bit of water. I've got some nice creek water. A little bit of water might just push out this last bit. Any salt or caraway or flavours that are left in that bowl. Look at that, it even has a bit of purple to it. Alright, looks good. More juice will come out of it as it goes. Now we're going to get these. I'm going to sort of gauge the size of the bowl. I'm going to break them in half just so they don't curl up like that. And we're going to put it down in there, keeping the major stem in the centre, because like I said, if these are out of the liquid they will go mouldy. But that's okay, we just pull them out at the end. There's no need to throw out your sauerkraut if you see mould on top. That's perfectly normal. Okay, now we're going to get these tricky little things. And we're going to go the big side down, which is that way. And that's why it's broken in half, because you can fit it in, push it to the sides, and push it down. And try and get them submerged. Oh, look at that, that's really good. Now look what's happened in there. See? They've submerged, but they've pushed those bigger leaves. They've made sure everything stays down and it's not floating. Now we're going to put a bit of water in here. See, this creates the airlock. Just put a bit of water in there. And put the lid on. See those bubbles that came up? Ready? See? Now we don't want it to overflow that much, because once it starts fermenting, the bubbles will start popping out and that liquid's just going to run everywhere, so we'll get a little bit of it out. We don't need it that high. But there we have it. That is as simple as sauerkraut is. Leave that for 7 to 14 days on the bench or on the fridge, and then stick it in the fridge for another 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how soft you want it or how crunchy you want it. If you want a crunchy sauerkraut, you pull it out earlier. If you want a soft sauerkraut, you leave it in longer. So enjoy, grab a cabbage, and have fun.